What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today is a pretty special day. I just received a really cool package from my lovely sponsor Adidas, and I can tell you why I say Adidas a little bit, but let's see what they sent. Yeah, this is sick. So here it is. This is all from Germany, and I look forward to opening it up and showing you guys what's in it. In fact, most of it, actually all of it, is for you guys. There we have it. All boxes finally inside. Now to open it. First I gotta find a knife. Where do we even start? Yeah, I gotta tell you this. I've never opened up so many boxes. This is like the biggest shipment I've ever received. So I actually had no idea where to start. I've never done an unboxing video either. So let's just start with this one. Nice. A bunch of towels. So yeah, you guys, this is actually, like I said earlier, this shipment is for you guys. It's not all giveaway stuff. It's actually going to be for our clinics. So my dad and myself, we travel around the country as a family doing clinics. We also do clinics here at home, which I'll put a link in the description for after the video. But we do a lot of clinics where we teach athletes kind of how we train and the way that I do my stroke, my technique. And Adidas, or Adidas for a lot of you guys, has been so kind to give us a bunch of cool Adidas swag to give to you guys when you show up at our clinics. But I'll be sure to give you guys a chance to get your hands on some of this stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how would I do that. Dude, you guys are gonna love this. Okay, so this swimsuit, this is the new Parlay stuff. So a lot of this is actually 100% made from materials that have been pulled out of the ocean. And then these, for the girls out there, look super cool. It's a lot of cool colors. These are like brand new suits. A lot of these are training suits, Parlay suits. Jeez, you guys are gonna love this stuff. I'm not sure how much of this can actually be ordered inside the US, but I'll put a link down below for those that want to order in the US and those that are ordering overseas. Look at these suits.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you need Oh my goodness. Okay, so we don't use kickboards. I mean, I do on warm down sets and stuff, but this is nuts. This is a box full of kickboards. Oh wow. These are race suits.
No way.
Gee. You guys will even get race suits. That's nuts. I had no idea they were sending these. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna do a giveaway on YouTube and Instagram. Oh my gosh. Bunch of goggles, you guys. Like an entire box full of goggles and caps. last box is the heaviest box. Oh my goodness, you guys, more caps. This is ridiculous. With that being done, we're gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna give away a couple of these items. So for those of you who are interested in receiving a bunch of free gear, video's not over. We're actually gonna do a little bit of race analysis. So I swam the 400 IM and 200 IM and some other events last weekend, but I figured a lot of you guys are from the swimming world and want to know what I thought maybe could have been better, or what went wrong, or even what went right. So yeah, we're gonna do some race analysis after I clean up all this. I wish I could just, you know, snap my fingers and it'd be clean. Okay, 1, 2. Didn't work. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Much better. That was super fun, but super tiring. But that's a lot of butts. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of race analysis, but before we do that, I'm gonna go enjoy the weather outside because it's incredibly nice. It's getting colder, and I haven't ridden my dirt bike in forever. So let's go do that, and then we're gonna do a little bit of race analysis and speak about the 400 IM and the 200 IM, and see what kind of things I should be working on, or looking forward to working on, at least. Maybe that helps you guys a little bit. Let's see if we can take it on the bike. I'm super nervous about this because this camera's like super expensive. Okay. Does that work? One sec. Yes, it is. Super bouncy. Forgot to close the garage or the shed. Cool. So yeah, I've been dirt biking, well, only maybe a year or so now, but I absolutely love it. So kind of my adventurous kind of part. I read the book by John Eldridge, Wild at Heart, and it kind of made me feel like I should do something a little more wild than usual, and dirt bike's definitely one of them. Mom was pretty nervous of it at first, but I'm a pretty safe rider. Cool beans. We are back inside after getting some fresh air, which was really nice. And let's do this review. So I've kind of figured out, well, so you see the 400 IM, it's a really long race, 400 yards versus a 200. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna give you guys race analysis over my 200 IM, because in all reality, the video of the 4 IM was a bit shaky, and so it'd be maybe a headache for you guys to watch. So we're just gonna go through the 200 IM. I ended up going a 1:44.3, which is pretty good for this time of the season. My best time from when I was younger, well, I guess it was 2015 maybe. So like 2 years ago, I went a 1:42.7, I believe, which was actually the national age group record for 15-16. And obviously I compare my races to that because, you know, why not? Let's see here. I'm just gonna pull the video up so I can watch it, and then we will go. Okay, so this is my race analysis for the 200-yard individual medley, flyback breast free. For those of you that don't know that, most of you should, because I believe you're swimmers, maybe not, which is cool. I appreciate you and thank you for joining us. So 200 IM is a race that I have always kind of been known to be good at, but very hit and miss. It's something that people think maybe I just, scratch if I don't want to do it, and sometimes in the past I used to, but I'm definitely focusing more on the 200 IM and even the 400 IM going forward into the future. And it's pretty interesting because I've always been known as the crazy sprinter kid that tries to train easy with using USRPT, which is rubbish, complete lie. But this is gonna be our race analysis for the 200 IM. Ready? Go! Okay. Stepping on the blocks nicely. Well done, Michael. Okay. Start wasn't too bad. One nice thing about the 200 IM is it really doesn't have to be super quick, but obviously the more time you get off, the better. See, let's go back there on that turn actually. It's not bad. So I came into the wall pretty good on the first fly turn. Came off nice and quick. I only did about 3 kicks underwater. See, we've been working a little bit on getting it underwater, but what I realized is if I can really work on, I'm gonna pause it there after the backstroke. If I can really work on being more powerful off the wall versus getting it longer underwater, I can maintain that speed a lot better. So see, I've always been really quick over the surface. That's great, but a lot of the times some of the best athletes in the world will beat me underwater, and I think a lot of that came from the fact that they push off with much more power, and the moment they go from turn to turn, that area is a lot quicker than mine has been. And so we've been working on getting a little quicker on the walls and off the wall, and then making sure that the underwater isn't wasted. You know what I mean? So like, I could kick along underwater, but it'd be slow, and there's no point to go slow. Okay, so you see that in the backstroke, that backstroke breakout. So a lot of you guys break out typically like this. So you come out wide, you break a lot of you break your streamline, really. And so what I do is I've always, well, I guess this last 2 or 3 years, I'll go from a streamline, I roll to the side, and then my hand sets across my face to pull out. So it's a much quicker turnover right from the get-go. So I just immediately cross over. So there's not as much power from this breakout, but because of the amount of movement that I'm cutting down and the amount of drag that I'm reducing, I'm able to break out a lot quicker and be at top speed right away. So that's just a fun little trick you guys can work on. See, going into the backstroke turn, pretty good. Decent on the wall, nice and strong off. Let's see, what else can I notice? See, the hand entry is really nice. So I'm entering thumb first, so it allows me to really set my catch immediately. Go back to breaststroke turn, that was good. See, the backstroke to breaststroke turn, I'm gonna pause it right after that. Back to breast has always been really interesting. I used to do what's called a bucket turn, where you'd touch the wall and you do just a backflip straight onto it and then push off breaststroke. But before, like a week before World Championships, short course, 2016, I figured, okay, I need to learn how to do the crossover turn. And a crossover turn is essentially you come in for the backstroke under the flags, your hand crosses over your face, you touch the wall, and somehow you maneuver your body to then flip your feet up on the other side and then get off the wall quicker. I'm not gonna go into depth on how to do it, but this was a good turn, and it's really, really fast, especially if you can get it right, which takes a lot of practice. So get working on that. Breaststroke was good here. I think I really held my rhythm quite nicely, but I think there's also, it seems as if there's a lag. So watching the breaststroke going out, it feels like from the recovery in the arms to the kick, it feels like my kick isn't closing completely. And so I might have been losing a little bit of distance per stroke. And now this could be because it's the third 50. I've been sprinting pretty hard for this first 100 of the 2IM. And so maybe my legs stay open a bit, but it's really important to really close that line, because again, it goes back to the fact that we want to cut down drag in every area possible. And I think leaving my legs open just that little bit on the recovery of the kick is enough to slow me down maybe half a second over the entire 50. So that's one thing on the breaststroke. Let's see what else we can see. Head's getting down nicely, which is good. Hands are smooth. Splitting wide, that's one thing too. A lot of you guys with breaststroke, if you don't split wide enough, your elbows are gonna get stuck behind your shoulder, which you don't want. Freestyle, oh. Okay, so this has always been my weakness. Freestyle is very interesting. Not as much a weakness, but just one of my downfalls, especially in the 2IM. So I'd have a really quick first 150 yards, and then my freestyle would just destroy me. And so what I realized, or what we've been working on in my freestyle, is really riding the line and setting the catch high. So if you watch this video back, you'll notice my left hand, and even my right a little bit, but not as much my right. Biggest one is my left. So my left tends to come across really bad. And so what I'm worried about is when I take the breath, I'm gonna start to set that catch right in there. And so this catch is completely useless. So the goal, or the, I guess what we're striving to do in the freestyle now is to plant the left hand so that I take the breath, I gotta get my head back down into line, and then from there my left will set so that I'm actually in a power phase, so that I can set high catch, high in the water, high elbow, drive through with an early vertical form. So early vertical would be this. Because what happens is from there I'm able to create the most power, adduct through my lat muscles, and end up stopping myself from doing all this rolling and twisting, which you kind of see in this 50 where I'm kind of coming side to side. But yeah, you know what? That's kind of the recap of the 4IM, a little bit of an analysis. I don't know if you guys really get a whole lot from that. If you do, leave a comment, let me know. But the 200IM is a race that I really want to be really good at. Like, my favorite races are definitely 2IM, 50 free, like 100 breast. But I think the 200IM is something I can really be great at, and if I really work on getting my freestyle right and then sharpening up my turns, that's what I would say. From this race, I think the biggest thing I could have fixed was maybe a couple of the turns. So probably the fly to fly was a little off. The freestyle to freestyle was definitely off. I think I could have taken some time off from that. And then focusing on my arms of the freestyle, keeping that right, closing the kick on the breaststroke. Backstroke looked good, head was decently still, arms were entering to the right position, I was setting the catch immediately. Butterfly was really quick, I think I was out at 21.9, which is fast for a 200IM. But yeah, that's kind of the 200IM race analysis. Pretty simple, but that's that. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe, but I appreciate you guys watching, and yeah, this has been super fun. Like, I enjoy making YouTube videos. and I think it's something that I'm going to continue doing for a long time. And I enjoy you guys being able to interact, and we can communicate. So if there's any other videos you guys like me to make or talk about, just hit me up down below. And then this weekend this Friday I fly to LA for the college challenge. So it'll be USA national team versus the Pac-12 college teams. So I'm super excited to race in LA, and you know it, I'll be making a vlog of it all. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me. Cheers.